Dealing with an abusive mother-in-law can be incredibly challenging. It's important to approach the situation thoughtfully and strategically. Now that we have delved into the reasons why a mother-in-law is toxic towards her daughter-in-law, it is only fair that I also discuss ways of trying to resolve the issues. Obviously, there is more, so please feel free to share in the comments. There is no guarantee that any of them will work, but it is worth it to try before making a final decision. Here are some steps a daughter-in-law might consider. Number 1, set boundaries. Clearly and calmly establish what behaviors are unacceptable and communicate these boundaries to your mother-in-law. It's important to be firm but respectful. Sometimes all you need to do is sit her down and let her know where you draw the line. Let her understand why you are a part of her life and remind her of the importance of her son's mental well-being and happiness. Number 2, seek support. Find people who can offer emotional support. This might include your spouse, friends, or a therapist. Your spouse in particular should be made aware of the situation and can play a crucial role in addressing it. Make sure that you tell your partner everything so he can be your emotional support and also be present in all of it. Number 3, document incidents. Keep a record of abusive behaviors or incidents. This can be useful if you need to address the issue formally or if you want to have a clear account of what's been happening. As much as it might sound as if you are being sneaky or nasty, I say to you, record that shit. Screen grab those messages and save them. Because believe you me, people have the ability to deny things they know very well that they said or did, and without proof, it is your word against theirs. So in this instance, your partner might believe his mother more than you, because 1, she is his mother, and 2, he has known her way longer than you. Number 4, prioritize self-care. Engage in activities that help you maintain your well-being. This might include therapy, exercise, hobbies, or spending time with supportive people. It is very important to not lose yourself in all the commotion, because believe you me, having these kinds of issues in your marriage takes a toll on both you and your partner. It will affect you, be it directly or indirectly. Your level of productivity might reduce and your happiness frequently ambushed by the thought of this rotten relationship with her. If you neglect yourself, you will definitely neglect your home. Number 5, communicate with your partner. Communication, people, is the key. Discuss your feelings and expectations with your spouse. It's important that they understand the situation and support you in managing it. Your spouse might need to intervene or address their mother's behavior directly. Actually, your partner must intervene, not might intervene. He has to intervene. And you are fighting for him, I guess. So why not involve him, Number 6, limit interaction. If possible, reduce the frequency and duration of interactions with your mother-in-law to minimize opportunities for conflict and abuse. This one is a bit difficult if you stay together. Worse if it is her house. I always advise my clients not to stay with their in-laws, especially at the beginning of the marriage. Yes, there are circumstances beyond our control that lead us to stay with the parents, and that is only understandable if they are staying at your house, not you staying at their house. It is a beautiful thing to learn to love one another and enjoy this thing called marriage life without any external forces interfering. So I say this to you, as a future husband, if you cannot move out of home due to financial reasons, those reasons will not change if you get married. Don't get married. You are not ready yet. You need your space as a newlywed couple. Number 7, seek professional help. Consider involving a counselor, me, or mediator who can help facilitate communication and resolve conflicts. I'm a mediator. The details are pinned. Therapy can also be beneficial for dealing with the emotional impact of the abuse. And when they go for therapy, or when you go for therapy, you might actually find that you, as the daughter-in-law, might actually be the instigator of your mother-in-law's behavior. It's just that you cannot see the negative that you bring. You cannot see the bad that you might be bringing to the table. In Setswana, they say, so when you have a mediator, you are able to realize that it's not only your mother-in-law who has an issue, but it could actually be an issue amongst the both of you, which the both of you need to deal with. Number 8, develop a safety plan. If the abuse escalates to threats or violence, have a plan in place to ensure your safety. This might involve finding a safe place to go to or contacting authorities if necessary. I hope it doesn't get to be violent. Imagine, like, yo, I know, I'll run. I hope you see the violence approaching from afar and run for the hills. Number 9, maintain your dignity. Try to remain calm and composed, even in difficult situations. Responding with dignity can help you maintain control over the interaction and prevent further escalation. Remember, be firm but respectful. Number 10, know when to distance yourself. If the situation doesn't improve and the abuse continues, it might be necessary to create more distance, either physically or emotionally, from your mother-in-law to protect your well-being. You choose you. Remember, you cannot pour from an empty cup. So as long as you're going through all these things, your emotions, you are everywhere, you are all over the place. So basically, you cannot support anyone emotionally if you are emotional yourself. So you need to prioritize yourself first so that you can be able to deal with whatever issue it is. Give yourself some time away, even if it's 6 months away from the toxic person, just to gather yourself and find yourself and know and understand what is it that you really want, whether you still want to be in this person's life or you want to walk away for good. Wherever communication is concerned, never include the siblings in your talks with your mother-in-law. This has nothing to do with them. It has nothing to do with your sister-in-law. This is between you and your mother-in-law. Your issues with her have nothing to do even with the father-in-law. So do not involve anyone, even your mother. When I'm a good. You need to remind your mother-in-law the hierarchy that needs to be respected. The following people should never involve themselves in your marital issues, and your mother-in-law needs to make sure that these people know and understand where are they supposed to be. They must stay in their lane. So the following people are a sibling who has never been married, unless they are a therapist. If you've never been married, what is it that you're going to advise me with? Or to understand that because the only thing that you're going to do is to take your mother's side. Therefore, no. One who is younger than the husband. Remind them that they are not just disrespecting you, but they are disrespecting their older brother. Anyway, with all due respect, a lot of people will persecute me for this one, but with all due respect, a returned soldier, how on earth are you going to fix my problems if they kicked you out? So basically, stay in your lane. Let this be between me and your mother. In closing, I would like to repeat the following. Do not set yourself on fire in order to keep others warm. Do not stay for the sake of the children. You are harming them more than you can imagine. Children would rather come from a broken family than be in a broken family. If your husband cannot stand up for you, unfortunately, he is not man enough. He got married because of societal pressures. He has no idea why he got married. There is nothing wrong with going back home if that is where your peace will be. We live in borrowed times. Please take good care of yourself. And remember, each situation is unique. So it's important to tailor these strategies to your specific circumstances and seek professional advice if needed. Like I said in the beginning, there's no guarantee that any of these things will work, but it's worth it to try one of them before you actually walk away for good. Because remember, it doesn't matter how much a person might be toxic to you. The fact of the matter is, it will always cross your mind all the time that that person exists in your life, especially if that person is a parent or blood. So before you walk away, think long and hard about it.